time to make clay with me. So, first thing, I've decided I wanted to make a creeper. So, this is gonna be my second clay creation ever. I'm using air dry clay. Crayola air dry clay, so you know it's the good stuff. Alright, so this is probably good for the body. It's just a rectangle, so I'm just gonna set that down here on the lid. And then for the head, it's just gonna be a slightly bigger square. And I don't have any professional tools, so I just use a dart to carve things and stuff. Plus, it's artist rendition, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want. So that looks about good, right? Put it on, maybe a little flatter. Time to sculpt the face. Grab a dart. Can't move your fat ass over. Now that I know what it looks like, I'm gonna smooth it out a bit because I did a terrible job and then actually do it. So let me just roll it back into a ball. And then turn it back into a cube again. That's good. And then put it on this side. So I need to make it a little bit more like this, and then okay. Okay, now obviously I can't use the dart to like take it off. So I actually am gonna use my second material. Take this in here. Actually no. A pencil. Which I can just use the eraser and then kind of just push like the area around the eyes inwards to like hollow out that area. And then that seems to work pretty well most of the time. Obviously for the mouse it's got to be a little bit better, so as we can see I've made it arguably worse, so time to do the finishing touches. So by finishing touches I mean put it on the body. I really don't trust how stable this is going to be. So this is this. It's a bit tall. You can't really see it because the way I have the camera popped up, but it's cool. And then it stays on, so that's good. Now the thing is I have to make the legs, and I really don't want it to fall over as soon as I stand it up, so I'm gonna make the legs a bit thicker than what they actually are. Me from the future here, they actually turned out pretty normal size compared to what they actually are, so good for me. I also just roll it into a ball at the start of everything so I can get that, like, dexterity I need or whatever. And just turn it into a cube again and then divide it by 4. Division is my specialty because I'm white. Now I just have to take that amount and then make it into its own separate thing. Oh, I fell over. Oh, hey, look, it's the green shade that I want on my creeper, and I probably won't be getting because I can't paint for the life of me. Can I? There we go. Whatever, it's good enough. It's the perfect leg. Now, if I just put it on here like this, it'll look terrible, but that's fine because I have a plan. I'm going to rip another piece off of it. Kind of like make this part flat. And, oh yeah, I have the idea of the century. So look, now it looks normal from this angle, right? It looks normal from this angle. Yeah, it does. And then from this angle, it's hollowed out on this last part. So that allows me to put it on like this and give it the leg look. And then, yeah, that looks all right. That looks fine. That's the best that I can do. And now for the second, third, and fourth ones. And does it look all right? Let me see. Looks kind of okay. Put it on here, and yep. Just gotta... Okay, time for number 3. Okay, is this good? Is this about the similar size to... It's a similar size to everything else. This is the third leg. Same thing as before, same terrible craftsmanship. You just please don't fall off head. And if this stands up, it'll be a miracle. But actually, so far it's holding steady, even though it's not even dried yet. So, miracle granted, I guess. Alright, last piece, best piece. Hi, me from the future again. In the end, it actually does look kind of good. I can promise you now, I had to edit this down from like 20 minutes to who knows how long, but it does look okay in the end, so yeah. Put it on, and hey, I think I did it. And then when I stand it up, it's good. It's good. Oh, there's hair everywhere. Anyways, so I'm gonna let it dry and then, what was I saying? It's perfect. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna let this dry and put the clay up, and then it has hardened overnight, and so now I'm going to paint it with watercolor. Having some difficulty painting as though I couldn't find the watercolors that I had used for my last thing I made, and this is how it was turning out with the ones I was using, so now I'm using a different one. Hopefully this one turns out better. So I think the problem is that it's not applying thickly enough, so I'm gonna try and use acrylic paint, I guess. Acrylic paint looks like it works great, and so after painting over it all, I'm gonna let it dry and then paint it again in certain areas to make it darker. There's a hair on it and I have to get it off. Do it again. Big problem, major problem, a leg came off. Okay, so I stuck the leg back on, and there was also another leg started to move a bit, so hopefully if I just be real careful when I'm painting it and then let it dry again and then repaint it again later, it should fix itself. There's another hair, probably because I did this on the carpet. But more importantly, there's a huge dent in it for some reason, but I don't care, it looks kind of cool. A bunch of scratches in the back of the head, but I feel like with enough paint, I can probably get it off. So a completely different leg straight up just fell off. I think I might just have to glue it back on, but I think I can get it back on, just like wet it more, so hopefully. So I just dumped the whole thing in my paint water cup and then stuck it back on there, and I think it works. I'm really struggling. So after like 5 layers of paint and 2 runaway legs, the coating looks really uneven, which is actually how I want it, because I want it to look like more natural, more not square and blocky and perfectly textured. And so it's like this, and the head is very misshapen, and so now I can finally pick up a smaller paintbrush and get the mouth and eyes, and then let it dry and see how it looks and tweak it a bit if I need to. And okay, so I finished with the mouth and eyes, and I gotta say, dude, go easy on the makeup. But no, that's how I want it to look. It's like kind of glossy and like a void, and you can't really see how deep it is, which is good because I wanted to make it look like the creeper is void of all life in its eyes, because really, how could something as evil as a creeper have any feelings? But yeah, so I guess I'll let it dry for like an hour or two and then see if there's anything I need to patch up. Okay, so it's been like a day or so, and I just applied the final layer of paint, and this is how it looks. The legs came nicely, and I don't know why, but the creeper's kind of cheeked up. I'd say this is a success. It looks natural, not too blocky, but still looks like something from Minecraft. And then I also want to show you the, gotta grab these paintbrushes. I also want to show you the other thing that I made, my first thing I made with clay. Okay, so this is my other creation, a head on a pike, and the jaw kind of broke, and it had like a long tongue, and then like it has a hat too. It's on a pike, which is just a pencil, and then a big jaw, but it looks better this way too, I think. Yeah, so it turned out pretty well. I like it a lot, and I will definitely be making more clay and more long-form content. This turned out to be like 10 minutes long or something. So bye, subscribe, follow, whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at these outros.